Okay, so this is real talk, and I'm late. Don't never be late. Okay. Like you said, I committed a crime when I was 17. So let me tell you, look, I usually don't talk about my crime, but I'm gonna talk about it today. So I was a part-time banker. So what that means is I was a straight A student. I graduated when I was 16. Okay, I was a straight A student. Honor roll, turned down scholarship because I wanted to hang out with my homies and, do my thing. So this is like 19, I think Moses is still alive, like 1988. So I was a part-time banker, so I used to go to school and do very well in school. And then when I got out, it was my extracurricular activities when I got out that got me into trouble. So I did all the stuff like run in the liquor store with my homeboys and grab all the candy. We didn't just like grab handful, we just grabbed a whole rack and run out, that type of stupid stuff. Little decisions like that lead up to greater decisions. So when I was 15, I've been in all kinds of gangs. I was in a Mexican gang. I'm Puerto Rican and black. So I was in a Mexican gang when I was like 13. I used to carry around a big old knife. I thought it was like hella cool. Rambo was out at that time. It was at the movies. So that just tells you how old I am. But when I was 17, my homeboy came to my house and said, hey, some dudes down the street tripping. So me being, I wanted to be that guy, so I didn't even ask no questions. I just grabbed my gun, went down there in the car, my car. I had like 4 cars when I was like 16. From doing all the things you ain't supposed to do. Guess where all the cars at now? I had 2 houses too. Guess where all that stuff is at now? Somebody else got it. All right, they took all that stuff. But anyway, so my homeboy came and said, hey, they're down the street tripping, and ooh, I said, okay, we don't need to trip. We can go handle it. I got in the car, we drove down there, rolled down the windows, drive by, shot, went to the corner, did a U-turn, came by, jumped out the car, and shot again. Then we left, went to the neighborhood, which was about maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. We got some more bullets for the gun. We had 1 gun, 3 of us. Bullets for the gun, came back, drove in the alley, ran into the apartment, kicked the door in, and started shooting. Don't care who's in the house. So that's how it usually happens, because being an idiot, being a gangbanger, and thinking that you all that, you have disregard for other people. And you might not so much as have a disregard for them, you just don't care because you're so caught up in your stuff and thinking that you're trying to impress people, that you're going to do what you're going to do regardless of what happens to anybody else. Okay, so that's a recipe for failure. That's a recipe for destruction. All right. So we kicked in the door, and of course, everybody's terrified. They're laid down on the ground, and we don't care. We start shooting. I'm 16. My homeboy's like 24. The other guy's like 28. All right. There were kids in there, about your age. None of them got hit, but there were kids in there. So you can just imagine they were having a birthday party. My homeboy, he's drunk. He don't know what the hell's going on, right? So he thinks that a 14-year-old boy is tripping on him. So he comes get me. For me, being an idiot that I am, I don't ask him no questions. I just go down there with the gun. That's what a lot of us do. And if you don't raise your hand when I ask you if you do stupid stuff because your homeboy or your homegirl wants you to, and you don't raise your hand, then you're a liar. Okay? So how many people have done stuff, stupid stuff, or something you thought wasn't even that smart because you wanted to impress your friend or your homeboy? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Everybody raise their hands. Come on, man. Raise your hands. Raise your hands over here. Raise your hands. I know y'all done did some real stupid stuff. You ain't that smart. Yep. So, this is what I'm saying. You could be the smartest person in the world. Remember, I was 16. I graduated with A's. Straight A student. Graduated at 16. 12th grade. Only dude at my school in the 12th grade, and I was 16. Okay? So you can be as smart as you think you are, and you can be as slick as you think you are, but it's going to catch up to you in the end. So the little decision to do stupid stuff because your friends and everything, those things escalate, right? Because if you do the first thing you do is stupid, it's real funny. You got a real laugh, or they think you down, or whatever, right? So then the next thing, you got to escalate that because you just did something that was minute. You got to know what minute is, right? You got to know what minute is. What's minute? What's minute? What's minute? What's minute? Huh? What's minute? You know what minute is? What's minute? What is it? Don't put yourself out there. All right? All right? So minute means, for lack of a better word, small. Something minor. Okay? So something that didn't have a really big effect on anybody but you. Because now you feel like you're bigger, right? So you do that, now you have to do something else. So now we're grabbing stuff out of the liquor store, right? Now we got to do something bigger, because now I got to impress people more than I impressed them the last time. So that's the things that we do when we're caught up in that peer thing, trying to impress people, trying to be somebody that we're not, or somebody that we want to be, but we're not about that life. So I know you guys hear a lot of times that you're about that life, or you're not about that life. Believe me, even the dudes that think they're hardcore and in the penitentiary doing like forever, they ain't about that life. Because I can tell you right now, I'm doing 25 years in the penitentiary. So when I was 18 years old, when I was 16, I wasn't old enough to be with the big guys, so they put me in HOJJ, which is like a little separate part from the penitentiary, from the prison, from the jail. So then as soon as I turned 18, they moved me to the big side. Right? So that's LA County Jail. You guys probably not real familiar with that, but 4,800, 4,700, those are the gang models. So when they talk about the gang capital of the world, believe me when I tell you it's LA. Okay? So that's where all the crippin' and all the bloods and all that gang banging, Sureño, Norteño, Asian gangs, it don't matter. LA is the hub for that. So my first day in when I was walking, the sheriff stomped me. They stomped me out, beat with their billy clubs because I wasn't on the wall. So now all the stuff I did, I lost all of my control, self-control, because now I can't do what I want to do. Somebody tells me what to do. So I wasn't on that wall, and he's like, get on the wall. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get on the wall because it ain't cool. And I'm with, I don't know, like 25 other idiots that was doing the same thing I was doing, trying to impress people. So now the sheriffs got to impress them, their buddies. So at my cost, they stopped me with their feet and all that stuff, and then beat with a bill club. Guess what? I didn't go to the infirmary, I didn't go to the hospital, nothing. They told me to get my ass back up in line, or they was going to do the same thing again. Okay? So that's what happens when you go to prison, you go to the pen, or you go somewhere where you're not in control no more. If you don't do what they if you don't do what they tell you to do, there's consequences to that. All right? There's consequences to that. So I went from the jail to Pelican Bay Prison, which is like the hardest prison in California. And mind you, this is the 80s, okay? The 80s, not like yesterday. This is the 80s. So if you know anything about, you guys watch movies? You guys ever seen that movie, American Meat? Who's seen American Meat? Okay, so you guys seen, we ain't gonna talk about colors because that's nonsense. What other, Shawshank Redemption? Any prison movie that you've seen, that's prison, all right? And it's no exaggeration. It's no, like, they're putting a 10 on anything. The stuff that you see, especially in American Meat, is really what happens. And that's California, okay? They got the same kind of prisons out here. It don't matter if you're California, Miami, New York, Rikers Island, out here in one of these prisons out here, it's all the same. You don't have no control. Okay? You don't have no control. And if you don't start making better decisions, you're going to be heading there. And right now, you're making maybe small decisions. As a matter of fact, since I've been here, I've seen 3 of you up at Spring Mountain Youth Camp. Does anybody know what that is? Spring Mountain Youth Camp? Pretty sure, because the judge said if you don't do the program, he probably won't send you there, right? Oh, you've been there. Okay, so you know about the youth camp up there, right? So there's a little guy that was here, and his name is Andre. I don't know his last name, but he's about this tall. He's 14. You know him? Yeah. You know what he in for? Okay, so he in there for grand larceny, possession of a firearm or something like that, or shooting or something like that, or whatever. He's 14. He's there, and he's up there still acting tough because he's the smallest guy there, and everybody else is 16, and they're bigger than him, so he's still doing stupid stuff to impress them. Now he's going to go to Elko, which they're closing, so he's going to go to the other place. He's only 14. And he be boo-hooing all day long. Every time I see him, I'm up there instructing, trying to bring them back from where you guys shouldn't be going, and he's boo-hooing to me. But then when I see him walking, he's with the tough guy stuff, you know, he's trying to impress people. Then he's seen me.
Do I record the whole thing?
I used to be at the Real Talk.
Okay.
Is that right? I guess the Real Talk didn't work, because you're here now. And everybody, you know, you go to that camp up there because they're real lenient here in Las Vegas, only for so long. They'll send you to camp twice. They'll give you like 3 or 4 chances. I go to court all the time with the kids, and they're always boo-hooing, ask me to speak for them. Why I got to speak for you when if you wasn't making the decisions that you was making, then you wouldn't be in that predicament. Like everybody here that's court ordered or been sitting here by the judge, this is your first step. This is your first step. The next step is probably camp, unless you know some of y'all think y'all about that life. You're gonna skip camp, you're gonna go straight to county jail, and then you're gonna go to the penitentiary like me. And I'm a success story because not everybody that go to the penitentiary is successful. Because I don't know if you guys were here, but I brought some kids up here and did a little statistic thing. Like out of 5 kids, if you're lucky, 2 of y'all make it. 3 of y'all are gonna die. 3 of y'all 3 of y'all ain't gonna die. 1 of y'all gonna get raped. Whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. 1 of y'all gonna get raped. The other one is probably gonna get stabbed. The other one's probably gonna get shot by the police in the penitentiary. All that stuff happens in there, but it's just condensed. All right, so don't be like Andre because he's heading there. But you, if you continue to do what you're gonna do, you're gonna skip this part. The next part, you're gonna skip that, and you're gonna go straight to the pen. Who ready for the pen? Who ready for the pen? Who ready for prison? Who about that life? None of y'all? None of y'all about that life, right? 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 None of y'all about that life, right? Right. Right. Okay, so what you need to be about is being about accountability, responsible, and these are all things that grown-ups do, right? But don't you want to be a grown-up? Because you're doing grown-up stuff, right? You making decisions like a grown-up with no consequences, because grown-ups make decisions and there's consequences, and they know those consequences, and they know what's coming. But you guys are oblivious because you're not adults. You feel me? Y'all still kids. Y'all young men, young women, whatever. But y'all not adults. Okay, so you can be 18, you can be 21, you can be 25, you can be 47. If you're not making adult decisions, which is being responsible, accountable, reliable, considerate,